Bangladeshi youth are at the forefront of a movement they say aims to restore trust and hope in the country's future. Protests that started because of government job quotas have now morphed into a nationwide uprising against the ruling class in place there for the past 15 years. I'm Annalise Borges, and on today's episode of The Stream, we look into the crisis that engulfed the nation of 170 million and what is next for Bangladesh. We begin in Bangladesh's capital, Dhaka, from where we're joined by Prapti Taposhi, a student at Jahangarnagar University. Thank you so much for being part of the stream today, Prapti. You've been joining the protests. I believe you just came home from one. Why have you been taken to the streets?
Simply, we are now in the streets. Thousands of our brothers and sisters have died. Thousands are being abducted and thousands are being picked up in jail. So now the people of Bangladesh, even the students, the job holders, the singers, the writers, everyone is out on the roads. Everyone is out online so that they could protest and they could ask for their rights as a citizen and as a human being.
The government is disputing those figures and the figures of people killed, but I have heard from students in Bangladesh saying that the country has been transformed, that it felt like a war zone. Did you feel the same, and what is the situation like now?
Completely, this still feels like a war zone. I don't know if I'm going to be picked up the next. We don't know when and from where the students are going to be picked up. We know still there are no freedom of expression. We cannot even move to the streets. Students are being abducted and being picked up from their home in plain clothes. The police and the detective branch of Bangladesh have been picking up students, student leaders. Our one coordinator, Arif Suhel, he's been given false case and false accusations. So we are watching mass arrest from the roads. The students are simply on the roads and the police are arresting them. Right now, I just heard a news from Rangpur that a lot of protesters have been picked up by the police just because they were doing a wall art, they were doing a road art. So this is simply a war zone. I don't know if you don't call this a war zone. We are not living now in a war. Then how a war should look like.
The UN has actually called on an independent investigation on the government's response to these protests. Do you believe that the international community should do something to help Bangladesh, or is that a situation that should be sorted internally?
Absolutely not. The government could solve the matter internally before all the bloodshed, before our brothers and sisters have died by the bullet shot. This is now a matter of our rights, a matter of democratic rights, and the government is completely committing the crimes against humanity. A lot of thousands of our brothers and sisters have died, and thousands are being picked up. Over 9,000 people have been picked up and have been put into jail by the Bangladesh government. So obviously, we, the students of Bangladesh, we, the protesters of Bangladesh, ask cordially to every international media and every international community to come forward to help us and to ask questions to the government and to pressurize the government to take the liability of their actions. They have made our brothers and sisters dead. The police have shot open fire from the helicopter, from the rooftop to our brothers and sisters. They have died, and those who are alive, we are completely in tension and complete terror. We don't know when we are going to be picked up next. We don't know how or how much days we can be in roaming in free daylight. And the citizens are dying here. The innocent unarmed citizen people, the Bangladeshi police, the border guard Bangladesh, the Bangladeshi army, the detective branch of Bangladesh, CID, everyone is committing crime against the unarmed innocent civilians, unarmed innocent students and people of Bangladesh. And this is not an internal matter anymore. The international media, the international community should come forward to save ourselves, to help ourselves, and to help humanity.
What you're describing is an atmosphere of violence, but also of a lot of fear. Where do you see this protest movement going now? I mean, you just described students are being picked up randomly. Some of the leaders of this movement have been detained. Some are missing. Where do you see the movement going next?
The movement is not about quota anymore. Our brothers and sisters have died. We don't even know the actual number. The government said they are yet to determine, but we assume there are officially in the newspapers we saw the records of over 250 deaths, and the children could not even help themselves from the brutality of the Bangladeshi police and Bangladeshi government. 4 years old, 6 years old, 11 years old students and children have died. 14 and 16 years old children have died, and even the Bangladeshi government, the Bangladeshi court have put the minor children in handcuffs. They're handcuffed and they are put into jail. Not even in the children's juvenile court, they are giving the actual court to the minor children. And we think this is not about quota. Absolutely not about quota anymore. These are the protests are about our democratic rights. The protests are about rights for as a human being, for the humanity. And the movement has started as a young-led movement, as a student-led movement, but it has become a mass uprising of the whole people of Bangladesh. Many movement leaders have been picked up, and you already know that many are in detention, many are being held up, many are given false cases, just I have said previously. But we all believe us, we all are leaders now, we all are coordinators now, and we will continue our fight till this fascist regime, till this autocratic regime is down, till this autocracy is down, and till our demands have met.
Prapti, thank you so much for joining us here on the stream today.
Thank you a lot.